Yeah. So this course is Introduction to C++ and Competitive Programming. So what we usually do in competitive programming, what is competitive programming, we will get to know more about it in the demo classes. Here I will be explaining why we need to do competitive programming. So basically, the main focus will be to improve problem solving skills. Like in your 12th class or 12th class, you must be having courses like physics and mathematics, and you must be solving problems which are not direct. In similar way, in computer science, there is a course called data structures and algorithms and number theory and combinatorics, on which problems are made, and to improve your problem solving skills in those related area is a major focus of this course. This course, competitive programming is like mind sport. For example, you would have played video game or like chess game online. You never get bored while playing those games. This is because you always want to improve. There is always reward in the form of rating in case of chess game, or in the case of video game, the reward is in the form of moving to the next level. So same in the case of competitive programming. In the competitive programming, the reward is in the form of rating, getting good rank in the competitions. So yeah, this is a rating graph of one of the best competitive programmers in the world. You can see that this gray color represent the lowest most rank, and this red is one of the highest ranks on Code Forces. And you can see that from lowest rank he rose to the highest rank. And this implies that it is only through the practice. You don't require any talent. It's like a puzzle solving. It's like solving problems, but you don't require any talent. It's only about practice. The more you will practice, the more observations you will be able to make. So it is also used in coding rounds, interviews, and competitions. So basically, data structures algorithms is is important more than 50%. If you take the weightage, then it is important more than 50% out of all the courses in case you are going for IT placement. In case of like internship, around 200 people sit for a company, and only 20 people, around 15 to 20 people, are passed to the next round. So most of the people get filtered through coding round. And one of the benefits of doing competitive programming is that if you are doing it in a consistent manner, then you will be able to crack most of the coding rounds. And even after clearing the coding round or getting off campus interviews, you will be asked questions related to data structures and algorithms, about puzzles, about even about related to mathematics. And competitive programming will surely help you in those fields. So now about competitions, there are very prestigious competitions like ICPC, Google CodeJam, Kickstart, and Facebook Hacker Cup, in which you can participate. If you are doing consistent competitive programming, then you can get a good rank in these competitions. And getting good rank in these competitions will also help you mentioning the ranks in the resume. Getting good rank in these competitions as worth as doing like 1 to 2 projects. It is also easy to evaluate yourself. There are a lot of websites which hold a lot of competitive programming competitions like Code Forces, AdCoder. Nowadays, because getting it is required in the initial round of getting into most of the companies, and a lot of people have started to participate in these contests. So around 10 to 20 contests per month are held, and around 2 to 3 contests per week. So it is very easy to evaluate yourself if you are doing competitive programming, and it will be fun. Now, why we are using C++ as the major programming language of this course? This is because different language has different users. In case of uh, competitions, there is certain time limit under which your program should execute. And in case of Python or Java, they are not as fast as compared to C++. And that's why more than 90% people use C++ as their major programming language. So there's a large community which can help you if you're using C++ as major competitive programming language. But if you are using Python, if you are used to have Python or Java, then also there is no issue. It is very easy to switch to C++. Most of the paradigm are similar. Yeah. So this last slide. So basically, it is not bad idea to learn a lot of fancy stuffs, but it is always good to learn the basic stuff first. So it is not bad to do AI, go into AI and other stuffs like that, but you have to also learn the basics like data structures and algorithms. And many people say that competitive programming don't have real life users. But in fact, I think it does has real life users. If you see, there are a lot of graph related algorithms that are used by Facebook and Google. Obviously they are not as basic as they are taught in the competitive programming, but you need to know the basic to move to the higher level. So moving to the handout, uh, we will explaining each and every topic during the demo classes. I don't want to intimidate you people by telling what these topics mean. So these are the team of the instructors, myself and other three people, Tarush Agrawal, Ruturaj Godse, and Tanmay Sethia. You can contact Tanmay Sethia in case you want our numbers. You can talk us in person. You can WhatsApp us, and that's all. Thank you for your time.